So we're going to start sitting upright today. So find a comfortable way to sit. Find something that makes you happy to sit on, comfortable. Lift your spine up nice and tall. Broaden your shoulders. Drop your tail. And we're going to focus today on some heart openers. Yesterday was my wedding anniversary, so I'm doing some heart openers for the occasion, and today is Memorial Day, so we're sharing some of those memories and some of those gratitude messages to the world. So once you get settled, take a deep breath, and as you exhale out your mouth, allow your eyes to slowly close the lids or gaze downward toward the ground. And bring your palms to touch together in front of your heart. And we'll begin our practice with one Om together. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out your mouth. Another breath in for Om. And as you inhale, once again, reach the crown of your head tall. Exhaling, let your hands rest in your lap. And this time, we're going to bring our palms face up in our lap. And you can allow the fingers to softly bend. Make a little cup or a bowl out of your palm. Just gentle and be soft. And imagine that you can feel the energy that is pressing into the palms of your hands. The color of the heart chakra is green. So I'll invite you to bring your mind's eye to the green heart chakra that is in the center of your chest. As that color swirls and whirls around, call to mind something that makes your heart sing. Perhaps it's someone, perhaps it is an event, a memory. And imagine that swirling around in the center of your heart. And now take that wonderful heart-centered energy and begin to pull it down into your torso. Begin to pull it around into your lower back. Begin to pull it down through the length of your left leg to the sole of your foot, to the length of your right leg to the sole of your foot. Once again, coming into the heart center, find that green heart-centered energy and begin to pull it out through the length of your left arm to your palm and the length of your right arm to your palm. And now bring that energy up the back of your head. Slide it all the way up to the crown of your head and bring it down and around and settle into your third eye between your eyebrows, the center of your forehead. And slide that heart energy down through the front of your throat, back into your heart. Now bring your palms together in front of your heart and begin to rub them back and forth together, building some heat. Then I'll invite you to place your open palms on your chest, pulling in some of your own heart energy into your own palms. going to share our heart energy out into the world. As you inhale, place your palms face together once again. Reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, open your arms wide and share your energy out into the world. Bringing your palms back together in front of your heart. And we'll go in reverse this time. Palms come out. Reach up and gather in everyone else's heart energy that's being shared out in space. Palms touch at the top. Bring your hands down to your heart. Open your palms and press that energy into yourself. And we'll do that twice more. Take a deep breath in. Palms touch together. Reach them up in the sky. Exhale, open wide as your arms spread out and drop back down, coming into your heart. Going in reverse, open your arms wide. Inhale, gather up everyone's energy. Palms touch, bring it down and place your palms on your heart. One more time like this. Inhale, reach your hands up. Share your heart out into space. And the last one, inhale, arms reach out all the way up, gathering in fresh energy. Bring that heart energy down to your heart. Place your palms once again over your heart. We are reminded in this time that it is love that brightens the darkness. Let's begin to move. Allow your hands to rest on your kneecaps. Blink your eyes open and we'll gently, slowly begin to roll around circles of the torso around the pelvis. Let your breath move you around in this circle. And we'll reverse direction. Slowly and gently. Notice the snap, crackle, pop as your body begins to move this morning. And let's roll back into a cat stretch. Round your back, holding onto your kneecaps. Pull your chin down to your chest. And let's reverse the usual direction of the breath. And when we round back like this, let's inhale into the upper back. And as you exhale, sit up, pull your elbows and shoulders back, arch your back, lifting your chest to the sky, and exhale here. Inhale, pull it into your body, and exhale, blow it out. We're going to be sharing this heart energy in the same way. Inhale, suck it into your own body, pull it all the way through to the back. And as you exhale, lift your heart, blow out your heart energy into the world. One more time. Inhale to the back, round. Exhale, blow it out. Extend your spine nice and tall. Lean forward over your shins. Forward fold. Allow your hands to stretch forward as much as is comfortable to your body. If it's not comfortable to have your shins crossed, folding forward, go ahead and uncross your legs. Now let's take the heart forward more than the chin and the head. Pull the heart through the center. Inhale as you lift from the crown of your head, walk your hands back up. Reverse table, lean back onto your hands. Place your feet on the floor directly in front of your sitting bones. And as you press down into your hands and feet, open your heart. If it's comfortable to you to leave your hips down, do that. Otherwise, give it a try. Lift your hips up and go long, knees through hips, shoulders, and crown of head. Press your tailbone up, up, up. Lengthen long, knees to crown. Open heart. Exhale, release down. Straighten your legs out the front. Bring your fingers out to the side, reach them all the way up high. As you exhale, twist left and lower your arms down. So sitting tall, You can drop your right arm across your body to your opposite thigh or knee and drop your left fingers behind you. Rotating your heart, shoulders, belly, ribs, all around to the left. Inhale, we come back to center. Raise your arms high. Exhale, other side. Rotate your ribs and drop down. Left arm crosses the body. Let your fingertips land, but keep your head on top of your spine. If you could see yourself right now and look at yourself in the side mirror, notice if you look down through your spine, notice if you're leaning any direction. Let's come back to center. Inhale, raise your arms, and we'll rotate again. Left, exhale. Come right back through. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to the other side, drop down. One more each side. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, twist and lower. Last side, inhale to the center. Exhale, twist and lower. Inhale, back to center, arms reach up. If it's comfortable, interlace your fingers, press the palms up, flip them to the sky and press them up. So if your shoulders don't do that, you know you can reach forward a bit. And release your hands out to the side and all the way down. We're going to fold over our long, straight legs just a little bit. Let your arms be straight and reach your fingers as far as they can go while keeping your spine straight. And once you can't keep your spine straight anymore, allow your elbows to soften, drop your shoulders, and see if you can pull your tail behind you just a little bit more and your sternum forward just a little bit more. Inhale, rise up, and we'll lean back onto our hands once again. This time we'll windshield wiper our knees. So bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. If you're sitting on a cushion, you might want to come forward and drop your knees side to side. So we're going to add on to this, we're going to add an arm. So drop your knees over to the left, then take your right arm and sweep it across the front and out to the back corner of your mat. Reach your arm up as high as it will go. Maybe your bicep comes by your ear. So you're twisting your ribs around to the left and looking towards sort of that back corner of your mat. And let's come back through the center, lower your arm down, swing it back so you're in that starting position, hands and feet on the floor. Drop your knees to the other side, shift around, your arm is going to sweep across the front and up towards the back corner as you rotate your ribs toward the back. And back and forth like that. You'll inhale as you come through the center and exhale as you twist and reach. Inhale through center, exhale, twist and reach. You could choose to not touch the floor on this and let your back arm sweep around by your lower back, making this more of a core exercise. You might travel a little bit forward. That's okay. Think about pulling backward on your hip when you want to sit on the floor. Pull that hip backward. And we'll just do one more on each side. Reach. Reach. And to the center. Okay. Butterfly this time, feet together, knees open. Again, if you want to sit up on a lift, go ahead and try that. Pull your flesh out behind you, rotating up from the inner thighs and down the back from the quads. Palms come onto your ankles, shins, or feet. Inhale to get tall. Exhale, lean forward, dive in. keeping your heart forward, lead with the sternum instead of your chin or your forehead. Maybe feel that you can take the palate and pull it back behind you. Inhale, rise up. And we'll take the right leg extended, but I'm going to bring it toward the side of my mat. Keep the left knee bent and snuggle that foot right up next to you. So I have sort of a little bit wider than 90 degrees in my thigh bones, but I prefer to give it even bigger. So if you want to stretch open, go ahead. We're going to take another lateral flexion. So what we'll do here, see if you can still see me on the picture. You're going to take your right arm down the length of your right leg. Then your other arm, your left arm, is going to reach up to the sky. Rotate your ribs toward your bent knee. And exhale, slide out the length of your straight leg. Now the arm that's overhead, if that doesn't work, please bend your elbow, place your hand behind your head or on your hip. Inhale, let's lift up, place your left hand on the floor. Right arm is going to come up and over, lateral flexion the other way. Now we'll breathe back and forth with this. Inhale as you come through center, exhale as you tip over. Inhale, lift through the center, exhale, tip over. Back and forth, inhale as you come up. Exhale, tip over. Take care you're keeping your chest facing open to the center and you're not rotating your sternum toward your thigh. All right, last one, we're going to come up and over. This time, place your left hand on the floor, right arm in space. Your choice to come up on this back knee and slide your straight leg up and in, taking sort of a side plank here with your knee on the floor, or you could rotate your heart open toward the sky, bend your upper elbow and take a little bit of a back bend here. And release, exhale, coming down again onto your seat and straighten your legs. We'll do the other side. So we've got the left leg straight, it's extended out toward the side edge of your mat. Bend your other knee, and we'll start with that foot tucked under, and we'll take the left arm down the length of your left leg. Then your other arm, your right arm, is going to go up in space. Rotate your ribs and shoulders toward your right knee. Exhale, slide left. Lateral flexion, we're going for sideways stretch. Think about what your body does in triangle, right? We stay stacked up over shoulder to shoulder and we drop sideways, shoulder over the knee in that direction. Next, inhale, raise your right arm up, drop it down on the ground. Take your left arm up and over, lateral flexion the other way. We'll take a couple breaths here. Now let's flow back and forth. Inhale as you come up through the center. Exhale as you slide across. Inhale, come up through the center. Exhale, slide left, other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slide to the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slide to the side. All right, last lengthening stretch down this straight leg, up and over. Now we're going to come up and hold this side stretch here. Right hand to the floor, left hand up in space. Feel free to stay here or pop up on this back knee, your right knee. Slide your straight leg in closer to you and come up into a side stretch, lateral flexion here, going right up this left side of your body. If you would like, turn your heart to the sky, bend your elbow a little bit on the top, and let that arm sort of drape backward as you arch your back up toward the sky. Exhale, release. Slide all the way back down. Legs come out in front one more time. Inhale, arms reach up. This time, grab a hold of a big beach ball over your head And as you lean forward, keep your biceps by the ears, keep your beach ball over your head, pull your tailbone behind you, and lean with your sternum toward your kneecaps. Legs are active, right? So press the soles of your feet forward, pull your navel up and in. As you exhale, maybe a little deeper. Inhale, release. Sit up tall, drop your hands behind you. Reverse plank this time, or go to table as we already did. So with plank, we're already in the right shape. You'll press your tailbone up through your pubic bone, nice and long and flat. Squeeze up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you prefer table, go ahead and bend your knees, feet to the floor. Press your tailbone up. You could remain seated as well. Always options for you. Broaden your chest. As you exhale, release your hips down. And you're going to bring your legs straight. And I want you to sit all the way at the back of your mat. I'm going to go sideways so you can really see what I'm doing. All the way at the back of your mat. So this next exercise is for the lower abdominals. I call it the locomotive. So your arms are going to go like this. And we're going to do the same thing with our legs. So what we're doing is you're going to lift up one hip and it's going to scoot forward and then drop it down. And once you do that, you should have one leg in front of the other. So you're going to take the hip that's in back, lift it up, push it forward, and drop it down. Now that's what's in front, okay? So we're going to up and around. I think about sort of how those bars on the wheels of the train connect to the center, and it goes up and around. So use the lower abdominals to pick up your hip and push it forward. And you should travel all the way to the front of your mat if you're doing this right. Once you get to the front, of course, we have to go in reverse. How you doing? Pull it back. Feel those lower abdominals. Really pull. Really push. All right. That was fun. Hopefully you ended up at the back of your mat. Bend your knees. And we'll take boat pose now if you still have space. If you don't have space, just move. Lean back to that space between your tailbone and your sitting bones. Feel free to hold on as much as you need and let your feet float away from the floor as much as feels good to your body. Long spine, broad shoulders, open heart. Take your expression of boat pose. Continue to breathe. One more breath. Release. Bend your knees. Butterfly, knees open, feet together. Fold forward one more time. Inhale as you rise. Cross over your knees. Tabletop, please. Stacking your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Once you're settled here, we'll move into cat and cow. Same as before, we're going to exhale in cow belly pose and blow out as we pull the shoulders away from the ears. And when you come into cat stretch, pull the chin to the chest and breathe in. So it's a little more awkward than usual. Perhaps it's awkward to breathe into your upper back. One more of these. Exhale, blow it out. Come back to neutral, and we'll take side to side hips. Allow the stretch out in the side of the hip and the low back. Then begin to pull backward a little bit. Not only pulling to the side, but also pulling toward your heel. And now we'll make big circles going around. Make these as slow and as juicy as you want. Both directions, please. And come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath you. Spread them all out really wide. Press back again to sit on your feet, but lift onto fingertips. So lift the heels of your hands. Press your fingertips down, reaching them away from you as far as you can. Then drag your tailbone behind you. Allow your armpits to drop if that feels okay. If this bothers your shoulders, of course you're not doing this. You'll bend your elbows and let your forearms be on the floor. Now place your palms flat on the floor. Bring your shoulders forward so they come over your wrists and give it a try. Plank pose with straight legs. Of course, leave your knees down if that feels better, or try one down, one up. Nice and strong. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Press into the knuckles of your fingers. Give a try. Lift one heel just an inch. Keep breathing. Put that foot down. Try the other one. Lift that an inch. If your knees are on the ground, try lifting one leg at a time. Then both feet on the floor. Lower your knees if you like. All the way down. Drop your elbows toward the back. Heart forward. All the way to the ground. Untuck your toes for cobra. Tailbone down. Heart forward. Rise up. Keep the palate pulled back into the back of your head. Exhale, lower down. Let's take the arms out wider. Place your fingertips on the floor and your elbows up in the air. Fingertips on the floor, you make a little tent out of your hand. Your elbows are up in space. Then we'll take cobra from here. So as you inhale, press your toenails and your tailbone down, tighten your thighs. Raise up through the heart, reach it forward, drag your shoulder blades down your back, roll them in a little bit, roll your upper triceps inward, lift your armpits, and exhale, release, roll back down. Hands slide underneath your shoulders again, press back tabletop. Tuck your toes, your version of downward dog. Lift your hips up. Feel free wiggling through. If this is your first downward dog of the day, take some time to explore. Now, downward dog is not a shape in which we think about the heart chakra, but I'll invite you to think of it now. And notice how you can enjoy the sensations of the heart chakra here in this shape. Inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees until they drop almost to the floor. Then pull from your navel, go in reverse, lift your hips all the way up, heels down to the ground, toward the ground. Lift your heels up, bend your knees, press your hands, walk your hands back to your feet, lower your heels as you travel, standing forward fold back here. Once you get here in standing forward fold, go ahead and take some time here to move around, let your body feel comfortable. Maybe you want to go and get a tool, a block, or a book, or a cushion under your hands. Feel free to bend your knees, swish your hips, turn your head. All right, let's find stillness. Make sure you have space between your feet. Lift and spread your toes. Bend your knees, drop your tailbone, lift your heart. Reach your arms out the front. As you inhale, rise all the way up. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, cactus, open your heart toward the sky. Inhale, lift your arms up again. Exhale, bend your knees, sit down toward chair pose, all the way deep, deep, deep. Forward fold, drop in. As you inhale, go in reverse, drop your tail, lift your heart, raise your arms forward, all the way to standing. Exhale, bend your elbows, open your heart. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, sit into chair, all the way down. And as you exhale, drop, ribs come right onto your thighs, forward fold. Straighten your legs-ish, as much as feels good. Go in reverse one more time. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms out the front. Stand all the way up. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus. Other way. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, sit into chair pose. Drop all the way down. Fold, leg on your thighs. Forward fold. All right, this time we're going to walk the hands out the front, coming into plank. Crawl all the way to the front. Plank pose. Knees can go down whenever you like. Then we're going to come to the floor or chaturanga, whichever you like, all the way down, and then take your favorite back bend, cobra or upward dog. Rise up, open the heart, shoulders down and back. And pull yourself hands and knees, tabletop. Now we'll take the right leg out to the side, lift it up, bent, and draw a circle with your right knee. Reversing your circle all the way around. Now take this right leg and bring it all the way up to the front. You're going to put it on the outside of your right hand. Your left hand can stay on the floor or a block. First we'll rotate to the right. Bring your right hand to your knee and turn your ribs to the right. So we're going to take this kind of wide. If you'd like, try this. Take your left hand, bring it off to the left side of your mat. So this is much wider than we usually have, right? Right foot is wide, left hand is wide. Rotate your ribs and try laying back a little bit toward that side edge of your mat. Reach your right arm up and take a little bit of a heart opener. Rotate a tiny bit toward the sky. And release. Hand comes down. Bring both hands again to the inside of your foot. And let's take lizard pose here. The leg that's in back, your left leg, you could tuck your toes under and move your knee back a little bit, maybe, if that feels good. Drop your hips in, forward. Come onto your fingertips. Try to lift away from the floor. Angle your front foot out to the side. Lift your toes. Roll onto the outside edge of your foot. Keep pressing the baby toe knuckle side down into the floor. If you'd like to add another rotation, left hand stays, right hand to the knee. Rotate your heart to the right. Just an option. For my friends who this isn't working for you on your knee, you're going to be in lunge. I'm sorry I didn't say that sooner. Okay, so we'll drop both hands to the floor, tabletop or downward dog. Then we'll try the other side. Knees drop if you're not already in tabletop. So if your wrists are bothering you, friends, you can come onto your forearms. You're going to take your left knee out to the side and draw a circle. Reverse direction. And now we'll take that left foot and bring it all the way up the front to the outside of your hands. If you have a block, this is a great time to use your block. We'll bring the left hand to the knee, rotate your ribs to the left. So whatever second side leg you didn't already use. Again, if you don't want to be on your knee, you can come into warrior one. Okay. So let's try that option to widen. Your left foot is way over to the left. Your right hand is going to reach out to the right side of your mat. Turn your ribs to the left and open your left arm toward the sky, maybe adding a little bit of a back bend here. And release. Let's come back forward. Both hands to the inside of your foot. This is a fabulous place to use your blocks. Bring them under your shoulders. We'll take that lizard stretch. Tuck your right toes underneath in the back. Move your right knee backward a little bit. Then your front foot, you're going to angle it to the side a little bit. Lift your toes. Drop your knee out to the side. If you want to add a twist, bring your right hand to the floor or your block, left hand to your knee, rotate it open. And all finished, we come back to center, both hands on the inside of your knee, and we'll step back here to tabletop or downward dog. Then let's drop to the knees and take child's pose or a drink of water and child's pose. If your knees don't appreciate child's pose, you could try belly flop. Take your hands under your forehead and rest on your belly. Take 2 more big deep breaths here wherever you are. Big sighs out your mouth. And we're going to begin to make our way up to standing. So I'm going to walk you through a way to get up. If you don't feel comfortable, just end up standing up, okay? So hands go, hips come up tabletop, hands and knees on the ground. Tuck your toes underneath you, pull your hips up, walk your hands back to your feet. Allow your heels to drop and your bottom to drop. Hands to the knees, press down as your heart rises, reach to the sky. Palms touch and come to your heart. Find mountain pose at the back edge of your mat. Spread out your toes. Press down into the center of your heels. Drag your heels out toward the outside edges. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Take a hold of your left wrist from behind and lean right. Lateral stretch. Once again, drop your hip out to the side. Inhale, rise. Try the other side. Exhale, lean over the other way. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open your arms nice and wide like a T shape, palms face down. So we're going to do a little balance exercise here. So the first thing we'll do, if you recognize if you need an assist with balance, and if you want to go stand next to the wall, go ahead and do that. If you want to bring a chair near you so you can hold on, now's your chance. All right, so the arms are out wide, palms are facing down. We're going to shift the weight onto the right foot. And you'll lift your left leg to the side, to the left. You're lifting from the ankle. Now we'll slide this left leg behind the right leg and reach it out toward the back as you bend your right knee. And you'll drop in so that the soles of both feet are on the floor. Okay? So we've got the front knee bent, but it's pointing straight forward as best we can. Tailbone drops here. Really try to zipper up and bring your hip points to touch each other out in the front. Okay, now drop your right arm down, lift your left arm up, rotate the palm so it faces to the right, and lean over to the right side. Allow your hips to shift to the opposite left side. Big stretch here on the side. Of course, shoulders, if you're not playing along here, that's okay. You can drop your hand to your hip or your shoulder or behind your head. All right, here we go to come back up in the torso. Arms go out to that T shape. Shift your weight again onto your front foot. Come onto the balls of your back foot. Swing your back leg out to the side where we started. Now we're going to bring it around to the front, lifted knee, and release it straight and down. Nice job, everyone. Shake that out. I love to see you all working so hard. Okay, we got one more side. First, we find mountain pose and we get stable in our legs and our pelvis, right? We drop the tail, we zipper all the way up to the lower ribs, buckle them in tight, and pull those hip points together to meet each other out in the front. As you inhale, arms lift, palms face down. Shift your weight to your left leg. Take the right outside ankle and reach it open to the right. Side hip lift. Now you're going to take that straight leg and bring it behind you. It'll sweep out the back, balls touch the floor, then press your heel down. The front knee is bent, back leg is not bent, okay? Take care, have a look down. Make sure your front knee is pointing straight ahead. Soles of both feet are on the floor, okay? Tailbone is down, zipper up that front belly. Now we're going to drop the left arm and reach the right arm up. Palm faces to the left. The left hand could take a hold of your thigh in the back, your hamstring. Tip sideways to the left. Shift your hips over to the right. Tail down, belly in, breathe and smile. All right, let's come back. Torso vertical, arms out to the side. Come onto the balls of your back foot, shifting the weight onto your front foot. Back leg is going to swing out to the side as we did before. Then bend your knee and pull it up to the front. Nice, everyone. Straight leg out the front and release it down. Beautiful. Shake that out. Okay. This time we take our feet as wide as our mat. Inhale, your arms open wide. Exhale, bring your arms out the front and give yourself a hug. Palms touch the back sides of your body. Oh, my fingers are very cold. Tailbone drops down and forward. Zipper up your belly. Lift your elbows if you can. Then tuck your chin and round your back a little bit, dropping in the upper back. Sort of think about pulling open your shoulder blades away from each other. On your next inhale, release that, come back open, arms open wide. And now we'll cross the opposite arm on the top. Other arm goes out, reach around the sides, not over the top of the shoulders. Lift the elbows a little bit if you can. Tuck your chin to your chest and begin to round your upper back. Inhale, release, open wide. Take the arms all the way up over your head. Angle your toes out to the side so that your feet are pointing out maybe 10 and 2 o'clock. Then bend your elbows and bend your knees. So you can settle here in kind of a narrow goddess or horse pose, or you can go ahead and get all the way into your best favorite shape for goddess and horse. Get all the way down in there. Okay, that's up to you. But wherever you are, what are we doing? We've got the shoulders down away from the ears. We're pulling the shoulder blades toward each other in the back. And we're trying to bring our elbows up as high as our shoulders. The tailbone is dropped down and we're pushing it forward. We're taking the flesh of the under hamstring and we're pulling it up.
and we're taking the flesh of the over quadriceps and we're pulling it out the back and down. Find those sitting bones and pull them forward. The outside back edges of our knees are pulling back toward the wall behind us. All right, let's rise up, straight legs, straight arms, heel toe your feet together. Shake out your legs here. And we're going to take a wide leg forward fold with a rotational twist. So when you come into wide leg forward fold, if you know you need a support, go get your block and bring it back. Chair or a low coffee table also works well. If you have one of those at home, you can place your hands on that. So I'm going to go here with wide feet. And I'm going to bring a block just for show and tell. And we'll start with hands on the hip creases. Inhale, lift your heart, upper back, back bend. Exhale, reach forward with your sternum, tailbone to the back. Begin to drop into forward fold. Keeping the spine nice and long, allow your hands to land wherever they feel comfortable and wherever they allow your back to stay long and strong. Now we're going to go side to side with the hips here. If you are using blocks, please bring them with you. Bend your right knee, keep both feet on the floor, keep your heart forward, and reach the chest to the front and the tail to the back. Bring your hands under your shoulders while you walk. Then we'll go the other way. Straighten your legs, walk your hands over to the other side as you bend your knee. Heart forward, knee bends. And then we go back and forth, all right? So you inhale through the center, legs are straight. Exhale, bend one side. Hands are under your shoulders for support the whole time. Hands are moving back and forth and back and forth. All right, finish up so that you've done both sides an equal amount of times. Then we're going to come to a twist. If you're using blocks, you've got one under each hand, under each shoulder. Then we'll take the left arm out to the left, rotate your sternum left, and twist to the left. If you would like to soften and bend your right knee and drop into a little deeper twist, stretching that groin a little more, go ahead. Come back through the center as you inhale, change hands. Other arm, right arm reaches out to the right, twist right, turning your ribs open. Again, if you would like, you could bend your opposite knee, your left knee a little bit, just one knee, and rotate deeper. And release. All right, hands to the floor or your blocks. So we're going to come down to seated and we're going to get fancy with it. So stay with me here. We've got right hand on the floor or the block. Left foot on the floor. Okay, opposite hand and foot on the floor. They're going to be responsible for holding your weight, not your left hand. You're going to get your left hand off the ground. So maybe put it on your hip. Or just lift it up in space. Wave at me. Hi. Then we take the other foot, the right foot, and you're going to bring it through the hole between your support structures and out the front. And have a seat. Ta-da! All right, I love it. Terrific. Bring your legs out front. That's for your Memorial Day barbecue backyard later. Play with your family and friends. Take your arms up over your head. Exhale, lean forward. Take that beach ball between your hands. Notice if your lower ribs popped out the front, pull them in. Drop your tailbone down. Drag your hips and your tailbone back. Release your arms all the way down to the ground. Bend your elbows. Allow yourself to soften. Drop in. Inhale, rise up. Wherever you are, we're going to take that locomotive scoot all the way so your feet touch the front of your mat. So scoot forward, one hip at a time, all the way forward. Feet come to the front edge of your mat. Once you get there, you're going to start to roll down so you end up on your back. Beach ball out in front of you, tuck your chin, round your back, starting at your tailbone. Pull in your lower belly really strongly and roll all the way down. So you can always release this straight leg business and hold your knees and roll onto your back. Once you get onto your back, take your legs, arms over your head and legs out straight. Exhale, bend your knees. Pull your knees to your chest, hold on to your knees with your hands, and begin to rock side to side. So we're almost out of time this morning, so now that you're down on the floor, if you want to grab a drink of water or put your socks on or an extra layer, now is your chance. We're going to do a final heart opener and a twist and Shavasana. So there's your warning. For our final heart opener today, we'll take fish pose. Fish can be quite challenging. We want to be extra careful with our cervical spine. If you have any cervical spine issues, take the lowest version of fish, which would be a folded blanket under your chest, lifting your chest with your head on the floor. Okay. The version I'm going to start with is to place your palms face down beside your torso and begin to press elbows, forearms, palms into the floor. As you do that, lift your sternum up toward the ceiling, feeling space grow under your upper back. You can stay here, or if you have fish in your practice and you want to go a little bit further, lift your head off the ground, tip your head backward, and ever so gently touch the top of your head to the floor. And release it by tucking your chin, resting your upper back down on the floor, and gently rock your head side to side. And finally, we'll take a twist. Bend your knees, feet come to the floor. Scoot your hips to the right. Pull your knees to your chest. Drop your knees to the left. Open your shoulders so that your shoulders stay to the floor. Maybe your right arm opens to the right. Maybe your left hand holds your knees. Make any softening assistance that would help you. That might be something between your knees or something under your bottom knee. Take 2 more breaths in this twist. As you're ready, bring your knees and gaze back to the center. Place your feet down. Lift your hips up and move them to the other side of your mat. Bring your knees in tight. Drop your knees across your body to the right. Open your heart so that both shoulder blades come to the floor. Maybe open your left arm left. Rotate your gaze left. As you inhale, return to your back. Place your feet down. Align your hips in the middle of your mat. And your choice for an inversion of legs to the sky or maybe greater than, less than shoulder stand. Hands on the back of your pelvis, kneecaps over your face. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, you could go all the way up if you want to. But you still get an inversion by having your legs in the air and your hips on the floor. And take any final stretches or movements, maybe happy baby, maybe another back bend or twist or stretch. And when you feel ready to settle into Shavasana, go right ahead. I didn't leave us too much time today for Shavasana, so if you are pressed for time, feel free to finish class with me. If you have more time and you want to stay for a lot longer, when I'm talking about finishing, just reach over and switch off your sound and camera and end the meeting. So we're going to come into Shavasana. Any final tools that you want to bring, maybe covering with a blanket, maybe lifting your knees, putting on your socks. And once you end up settled wherever you're going here for Shavasana, bring your mind into your heart center. Notice that green molten heart energy. Take a moment to remind yourself of your special place, your special person, your thing, your memory that makes your heart sing. Imagine that green heart energy spreading out through your own body. Pull it down through your torso. Pull it down through the length of your right leg to the sole of your foot. Pull it down through the length of your right leg to the sole of your foot. Bring it into your solar plexus. Take it from your heart down the length of your left arm to your palm. And the length of your right arm to your palm. Slide it down and around to your lower back. Slide it into your upper back and your lungs. Pull it across your stiff shoulders. Pull it into your neck, up the back of your skull, across the top of your head, onto your forehead, your eyes, your sinuses, your jaw, your ears, your throat, and focus once again settled in your heart. Remind yourself of what makes you happy, what makes your heart sing. I invite you to take this intention with you today to share your heart space with everyone you can see and to those whom you cannot see.
Take a full deep breath in here. Exhaling out your mouth. Begin to move fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Gently bend your knees. Bring your knees in close to your body. Rolling onto your side for a full breath. Press upright, coming into a comfortable seat. And once you settle upright, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Feel that energy transfer from your heart center into your thumbs, into your palms. Begin to rub your palms back and forth together. And now as you inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms wide and share your heart energy out into the world. Bring your palms back together to your heart. Going in reverse, inhale your arms, reach out, gathering energy from the world as you reach your palms together overhead. Slide them down once again, sternum and thumbs connect. Deep breath in, big sigh out your mouth. One more breath to complete our practice with Om. Om.